This is the last video in my Sew to Sell series, so hopefully you have enjoyed some of the videos prior. And when I was editing these videos, rewatching them, definitely missing some detailed information like what tools you can use for your patterns and things like that. But really the idea was just to give you some general bullet points, just have a general guideline on the steps to actually sell your own pattern. You've drafted your design, written the instructions, and tested it out. So what's next? In this video, we're gonna wrap up the series and talk about how to finalize your pattern and actually get your pattern into the hands of paying customers. So grab your favorite tea or coffee and let's dive in. First, we're gonna talk about refining your pattern based on tester feedback. Once you've sent your pattern out to testers, you'll probably get all kinds of feedback. The key is to look for patterns. Are multiple people saying the fit feels off in the sleeves? Or maybe a few testers had some questions about the same step in your instructions? If so, then that's a clue. For example, say a tester doesn't necessarily give you direct feedback, but they do make the comment on, I love the design, but I wasn't sure if I sewed the facing correctly. That could be a hint on maybe we can provide clearer photos for that part of the garment, or maybe we can provide a short video sharing detailed steps, but small tweaks like that can make a big difference. And here are at least 3 main areas to review when refining your pattern. You want to consider fit and ease. Are the proportions working across multiple sizes? Instructions, are the steps clear or are people getting stuck? And user experience, so this could be, was the download easy? Did the pieces line up when printed? And then once you've made all your edits, you can consider asking your testers for written permission to use their photos or their feedback. This could be as simple as a short 1-paragraph form that they sign, giving you the okay to share their testimonial or a photo of their finished piece. And seriously, those testimonials or those video pieces of them showing off your pattern is pure gold, because this will add social proof and show potential buyers that real people have made and loved your pattern. And after you have successfully made the revisions to your pattern, it is time to create high quality marketing images or video footage. All right, so let's talk about those visuals. Because listen, your pattern might be super incredible, but if your images or your footage don't do it justice, people are just going to scroll right past it. And you might even know by experience, but when someone is browsing for a new pattern, the photos or the video, the images are what stops the scroll. So here's how we can try to make those images pop. Consider styling your final piece. So you could put it in a mannequin, hang it on a pretty wall, or better yet, have someone wear it and show live action, like walking, twirling, sitting down at a fancy, coffee shop. Basically, bring your pattern to life for the right people. The right people meaning your target audience. And get the lighting right. So let me give you an example of how important lighting is. I used to work on set for movies and TV shows, and lighting was so important. We would be in broad daylight and they still brought out studio lighting. That is just how important it is. But first, this video is sponsored by Craftsy. I'm gonna share with you how I learned how to drape this cowl neck dress and transfer it to pattern paper. I learned from Paul Gallo on Craftsy. And sometimes I would spend hours on YouTube searching for all the steps to complete a project, but inside Craftsy, everything is in one tidy little place, making it easy to find and saves me so much time. And I'm able to save this video to my favorites because as I'm learning, I know I'm gonna need to go back and take a second look. And soon I'll also need to watch how to sew a button and insert lining because I wanna finish a McCall sewing pattern and give it that designer look. But hold up, because the best part is Craftsy has an exclusive offer for you. The first 1,000 subscribers to click the link in the description will get a full year of Craftsy premium membership for only $1.49. Just keep in mind, this offer is valid for new members only. Well, because if you're already a member, then you already know how pretty amazing Craftsy is to have. So whether you're a hobbyist, a beginner, or someone looking to refine your skills to monetize your creativity, Craftsy is a solid investment. But if you don't have studio lighting, no worries. Just take your photos near a window, either I suggest in the morning or late afternoon when the light is soft, because you really want to avoid those harsh shadows. But this is super important. Now, this doesn't mean make it perfect, because if you're focused on making something perfect, then you might never ever launch. For example, I'm talking about the importance of natural lighting, or basically just really good lighting. But in a lot of my own videos, especially my YouTube shorts, they don't have the quality of lighting that I know would probably work better. But I personally still try really hard to not let, not having the perfect lighting hold me up to post a message or to post something that I really care about. So if your lighting isn't necessarily on point to start off with, that's okay, because eventually along the process, you will probably learn how to get better lighting. You'll probably have the tools to get better lighting. And ultimately, of course, this could be one phase in your business that you eventually upgrade. And you can also consider showing the details. So this would be zoomed in pictures on hems, sleeves, pleats, buttonholes, or anything that shows your craftsmanship. You can also consider adding some extras. So this would be things like uploading photos of your digital flats or line drawings to show off the structure. Of course, as kind of previously mentioned, any lifestyle photos that really help imagine people wearing the actual garment, and a flat lay with your tools and fabric can also look super aesthetic. All right, so we talked about refining the pattern. We talked about the need for high quality images for your videos, whether that is your website and for your social media platforms. But now let's talk about number 3, and that is setting up your shop and uploading your pattern. All right, so now let's talk about the really fun part, which is selling your pattern. Actually, no, it's all pretty fun, right? But anyways, you've done your hard work, you've designed, you've tested, you refined, and you styled. Now it's time to put it out there into the world. So there are a lot of platforms where you can sell PDF patterns. My personal favorite is Shopify, just because I've used it so many times in the past, and it also gives you full control of branding power. And you all probably know there is, of course, Etsy, and that is great for tapping into an existing marketplace. And there are other platforms like Gumroad, Payhip, which I've never tried Payhip, or even your own custom website if you're super tech savvy. So once you've picked your platform, it's time to upload those images. So you would add your PDF pattern file and any bonus materials. So those were things like the measurement charts or any video links. Of course, you would upload your photos, and you would write a clear and compelling product description. So here is a bonus. You want to mix SEO keywords with storytelling. SEO, if you don't know, stands for search engine optimization, and this allows you basically to be discoverable by those who are ready to purchase your sewing pattern. But anyways, I'll give you a quick example of mixing SEO keywords with storytelling. So instead of saying something like the beautiful, luxurious, 3-tiered Giselle pattern, you would say something like this breezy, beginner-friendly tier dress is perfect for sunny afternoons and coffee dates, designed to flatter a range of body types and easy to sew in a weekend. You would, of course, tailor those SEO keywords and storytelling specifically for your target audience. And when you're ready, I would also recommend choosing a theme or layout for your store that aligns with your branding. I like to say it's like serving your designs on a paper plate versus a silver platter. All right, guys, so as always, I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you on the next post.